Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time it is you're watching this from. Welcome to round 11 of the GP4 F2 2021 Offline Championship. I'm your lead commentator, Robert Ionescu, back after I couldn't do the Dijon race due to being hospitalized, but now I am all right and all refreshed, all ready to go. I hope you guys are as well. Alongside me in the commentary box is Franco Gamba. So, hello, Franco, championship leader in the top class, of course. We have arrived here at the Sepang International Circuit, just off the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, the capital. And I'm very excited for this. Malaysia is back after a few seasons off, and should be a very, very fun experience. What do you think?
First of all, hello everyone. And yeah, I don't think that Malaysia in general is one of the best. One of the last is Tilkodrome that is actually a masterpiece, and even in the OC is actually one of the best tracks in terms of track action and plot twists, strategies, everything. So I'm excited for this actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Personally, I have always enjoyed driving on this track, whatever game it's in. It's just one of the best tracks ever designed, and definitely the best track Herman Tilke has ever designed. It all got worse from there. But yeah, we do have the corner names actually on the track map Flo gave us, which is something I did not quite know. But we're ready to begin this session. Of course, if you missed what happened last time out at Dijon Prenois, it was a 1-2 for High Tech, who are now 1-2 in the championship. Summit Oscan leads with 106 points. Jonathan Mart is in second, having finished second in the last race, and he's on 77 points, level with Ben Zwalinger in third. Tobias Square is fourth, Jasper Suto in fifth, Jafari Black within sixth, Agatino Bivona seventh, Aaron Kerr is safe, Adam Chobot P9, and Alexander Arnold finishes the top 10. It's all really close, honestly, from second all the way down to 13th is just under 30 points. So anything can happen, really, in the remainder of this season. Of course, we got 4 races to go. Today is in Malaysia. Then the second voted track, which we don't know yet. Then the third voted track, and then the traditional finale in Brazil. Who's going to take the title? Well, it looks like Oscar has the advantage right now, having taken his second win of the season. But it's still all to play for. Plenty can change. Mathematically, everyone can still win it. So we'll have to just see what happens. Let's get this show on the road, then, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
It's going to be bone dry, a very, very small chance of rain long after the session is over. So without further ado, it is time to get going.
Actually, it's going to be interesting because we will surely have a new poleman, as the last poleman was Andrea Federi back in 2017. Different times, different cars. Also, it will be curious to see how much faster will be those cars compared to the last pack of cars that were the GP2 2011 spec car in the model of GP4. And
Well, would you happen to have the poll time from the last time we raced here, just for reference, or not? You can post it on the YouTube or on our Discord chat or whatever. But with green flags, the session is underway, and we're on board with Rose Hansen, the American driver, who in where is she in the standings? Hansen is all the way down in 19th after 4 retirements in a row. Last time I thought at Dijon, she did not finish in the points. So she had a good start to the season, but it's all gone downhill from there. And I think Hansen is hoping they can make up for it in the remaining 4 races. Zagatino Bivona is getting ready to go out to be the first car out on track here in Malaysia. Of course, Bivona seemed to be one of the early championship favorites. He took pole and finished second in Azerbaijan, and he won in Portugal. But ever since then, he has been scoring points, but just not a lot of points, and now he's down all the way to 7th in the championship. I think he's going to need a big effort if he wants to jump back into the title fight, because it is getting away from him, honestly. His last couple of finishes have been 10th, 12th, and a DNF in France, so yeah, Bavona's got some serious catching up to do. He's 45 points behind Samet Oskan if he wants to win this championship. But if I know one thing about Agatino Bivona, having been his teammate in Formula E last season, is never underestimate this guy, because when he is on it, he is absolutely on it, and he can still. I think everybody in the top 5 might still, even Bivona, even though he is 7th, could have a shot at the title. It all depends on how Oskan will handle himself, of course, because it's his to lose as we speak. But now let's talk a little bit about the circuit here in Malaysia, because it is very wide. That's what it's notorious for. Watch out for the drain covers on this corner in particular, but they're not there in the game, so no worries. I remember they had to delay a practice session because that once. But yeah, very hot here will affect tire temperatures a lot, of course. But here we go, Vagatino Bivona. Out of the hairpin, which was resurfaced in 2016. It's a little bit of a difficult line, but this is the old version. So here we go. It's a long run down the Kuala Lumpur straight. One of the 2 pair straights on this track, the main overtaking opportunities. Hard in on the braking zone for the long swooping right-hander, which immediately switches to the left. Get on the throttle early and use that traction to its fullest. Take all the track you like. There on the exit. Through turn 3 we go, and now in towards turn 4. Very important braking zone into Langkawi Curva. Make sure don't get it wrong. You don't get it wrong in that curve. 25.6 in the first sector for Bivona. Through the swooping left-hander. One of the fastest corner on the track, I think, and my favorite. And then we go into the Genting curve. And up next, the double left-hander, right-hander, of Clea curve. Exit is very crucial as you accelerate up the gears from the second part of that on, as now in towards the hairpin at Berjat Yoman corner, and then it is the run out towards turn 11, the infamous turn 11, of course, where Marco Simoncelli unfortunately lost his life. May he rest in peace. As he goes now through turn 12 and in towards the longest corner of the track, turn 13, the Sunway Lagoon corner, as we have on our track map. Exit is critical from that corner because you're onto the back straight, the Penang straight, and it's a very, very long one. It is an overtaking opportunity, of course, but so is the big the big front straight that comes afterwards. Aggressive entry into the hairpin from Bivona, and he wastes no time getting back on the throttle. That'll be the benchmark time for everybody to beat for Agatino Bivona. What does he set? It's a 1 minute 38.1.
I don't actually know which was the last pole up in 2019 made by Federi. By the way, Synonym second, Arnold third, and Suto
goes fastest. As now Ruslan Protsiuk does not appear to be going quickest. Now he goes 4th. Samet Oskan is 3rd, and here goes Dennis Graf. Dennis Graf goes 5th fastest. Luca Farina goes 2nd. Ross Hansen goes 5th. Tobias Kress is now 5th. Gabriel Rico is 4th. China goes 2nd. Ramin Guenin in his 101st race goes 9th. As Blake Moore goes 10th. Gabriel Quintino, he goes into P13, as you have Adam Chobot, the Slovakian driver, 14th only. His teammate Daniel Darabosh now goes 14th. You have the reigning champion Aaron Curtis, looking unlikely to retain that title. He goes 18th. Jafari Blackwood goes up into 3rd place. Great effort. As Rats Martins goes into 8th place. Blackwood went into 3rd, sorry if I said 8th earlier. Watson went 20th. And Ben Svallinger, now he goes 20th, so he's not doing too well at the moment. But those are the first of 4 or maybe 5 runs that we're going to see today. The track is rather long, so I expect we're going to see 4 runs for most people. And just a few people are going to miss out and only get 3 runs, but who knows really what's going to happen.
Yeah,
we might get some people getting 5 runs. I don't know really.
Yeah, so far actually, of course it probably will be 5 rounds for someone, surely. And also, Dennis, I want to thank you for this thought. The pole lap is already 3 seconds faster compared to the last pole lap made by Federi. It was a 1:40.7. Now we are 1:37.6 made by Suto. And also, look at the dumps. They're just there already. It's 2 races in a row they are doing quite well. Both Feng Chachanat and Yafari Blackfoot. It's getting quite interesting for them. This is the second part of the season. Also, yeah, Oscan so far in 7th and Martin's 8th, so it's looking solid at a moment compared to the rivals. And it's only the first round, but it's looking good, let's say, for them. And also, last thing, as Joe mentioned, MotoGP will be here this weekend, and
yes,
it will. Yeah.
Of course, for their second to last race of the season, can Pecco Bagnaia wrap up the title before, or if one race to spare, or will Fabio Quartararo or Aleix Espargaro stop him? Who knows, really? But I'm very impressed by Pecco Bagnaia overcoming a 91-point deficit to Quartararo, and now taking the lead after a Phillip Island race. But I'm very happy personally for Marc Marquez to get his first podium this season. And I hope he can win one of the 2 remaining races because Marquez is my favorite. But enough MotoGP. It's some more F2 time. And who will be the first one out for this second run? Last time out it was Bavona go first, so don't be surprised if it's him. I think we got some movement in the Grand Prix garage. One of them is getting ready to go out. But we can see the same for Sonome and for more Morse cars. The mechanics are moving. As there is the Art Grand Prix car I was talking about earlier. Is that no, Arnold has also gone out. Arnold went out first in the Charouz. My mistake there. My apologies. But yeah, where the other man camera is stuck looking at Chow China, but Alexander Arnold went out on track long before everybody else. So he's got the track to himself right now. He'll be hoping he can avoid any sort of traffic into the once he actually gets his flying lap going, of course, because traffic can really ruin you, especially in the fast corners. And Malaysia has a lot of fast corners. So, of course, Franco, once his flying lap begins, I would like you to take us through it, unless he gets impeded by traffic. So, I'll hand the mic over to you for just a little bit.
Right. I know this because I saw it once and it looks quite nice. I can only say this. I wish that we can have in the future race in the in a night version here in the Malaysia circuit. Okay, so it's back.
Yeah, his flying lap is about to get started. So you take us through it, Franco.
All right. So here we go. We are seeing Alex Arnold getting here at Penang Strait for the last corner. And here we go here at the hairpin and Kuala Lumpur Strait, and the laps begins for Alex Arnold. Let's hope he won't get any traffic in front. Some cars are leaving the pit lane. Oh, there's Benz Waldinger. It might hold him up, but let's see. Yes, a little bit. Hopefully it's not too slow, but here we go.
No, this lap might be ruined unless Waldinger has an incredible outlap.
Yeah. Actually, it seems they won't ruin it so much.
Down.
So, yeah, it's down at the moment. And now coming into this section of corners, now coming into Genting curve. It's Malaysian, so it's difficult to understand actually. And now we are coming into Clear curve here before going to Berjaya Tioneman corner. Sorry guys, but it's very difficult. Now onto the second sector here, and Arnold is not improving. And I do think that
looks like a woeful lap. He's 4 tenths down. He will get a little bit of tow from Hans Wallinger on those 2 straights, but I don't think that's going to be enough. There's also a Trident that's now on track behind him. Though I think that Trident is on an outlap, not on a flyer. So
Yeah,
we'll see about that. I do expect Arnold to pick up just a little bit of slipstream, but there's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag in the double right-hander. For it is for Gaetano Pivona. And he's had a moment. He's stuck in a gravel trap, and he needs to get it out of there because otherwise, if he gets removed by the marshal, the spare carbon will go into effect, and he just understeered off. One of the trickiest corners to manage here because it's so high speed. You can gain or lose so much time here. Ivona gave it everything, and then some more. He took too much curb, and there he goes round. And if he can't rejoin, he will be removed from the car, and that means the spare carbon going to effect. You'll take no further part in the session, as yellow flags might slow down the air just a little bit. Martins has stayed in the pits, I've noticed, but here we have Luca Farina, who is about to finish his lap. Is Bivona still stuck there? No, he's not. He's back on track.
Let's say Bivona did a sort of error like Felipe Massa back in 2008. But
here goes Usman Protiuk, 17th, stays where he was actually. Blake Moore's on an improvement. He goes 6th fastest, just the same time as Bivona, as a matter of fact. Toscan does not improve. Dennis Graf, what about him? He does not improve. Here we have Rose Hansen, the American driver. And the Trident is not improving. No, 6 tenths off, but Gabriel Rico is on an improvement. The man qualified third. Last time out is third once again. Good effort. And so you have Gabriel Quintino, who from my understanding did not sign up. Is that correct? Tobias Cressa does improve, did Quintino. Adam Chobot, he does not improve. Just Ferric Suta, original pole sitter, stays where he is. He does not improve. As here we have Agatino Bivona, who is way off the pace, having had that moment, of course, but his teammate is improving. He's staying 11th fastest, I think. I don't think he actually improved on his position there. As Chow Chinat is next to cross the line. What can he do here? The man in second place stays there. I like how P2 and P3 on the ground are the same as they were on the previous race. As Darabosh improved it into P11. Next up is Ben Svalninger to finish his lap. Now where can the Hungarian driver go? He can go into the top 5. Very good effort. He's found second on his previous personal best. Curtis doesn't find as much time. He's only 18th fastest. As Watzel doesn't improve. Blackwood doesn't improve either. And I think that is it for the second run. Martin stayed in the pits, of course, so very important to remember that.
Yeah, no, of course. This second lap there wasn't much changes apart the fact that Rico niced up to third, and also Waldinger at the moment ahead of two of his title rivals, which are of course Ozcan, Meili, and Martins. Actually, him and Martins are tied in the championship, so it's crucial for him to be ahead of him at the moment. And yeah, also a bit disappointing period, I would say, Rob, or Aaron Curtis recently is
another
not.
Flag.
Oh
another
yeah,
flag. It's on pit entry.
Oh no.
What's happened there? We've seen it happen before in the past. The also have been lifted and now they're back up again. Another thing has happened. And we need to know what's going on here. Because the camera is stuck looking at Tobias Kress and it's not looking at what we want to see. Kress being wheeled back into his garage. Yellows are lifted. And now they're back again. And there's a car who hasn't been able to enter the pit lane, I think. You can see that dot on the minimap if you look if you look close enough, but we can't see who it is who has caused that yellow flag. Whoever that car is now trying to get it. The yellows were lifted, they're back again, now they're lifted again, and now they're back again. Who is that car? We need to know, as X Arnold is going out on track once again. But this guy or girl is trying to enter the pits, but keeps causing yellow flags out there. We need to see who it is. Is it Martins? No, it's not Martins. He's just gone out. It's not Suto either. No, I think it's someone who had the pit indicator. But come on, we need to see. We need to go to that person and see what happened. Because he was triggering so many yellow flags, I'm actually gonna go crazy over that, honestly.
Okay, the car has entered the pit now.
Yeah, but we need to take a replay and see what happened there. What are we doing sitting here with Arnold?
Seems to be Suto. Seems to be Suto because he was the only one to not have the PITA indicator. So yeah, it might be him. But yeah, as you said, we need a replay. I don't know Flo if Flo is here actually. I don't think that everything right now is on autocam. And there we go. We're now seeing Martins.
Well, here we have Martins. And are we ever going to get a replay and find out what happened there? Because that was a little bit of a surprise. But yeah, it looks like it was just for Suto, but what has he done exactly? Okay, so.
Oh no. Classic P10 bug.
He tried to come into the pits at the same time as that VAR car and the Arsort car. All spun and almost hit the wall there. He went back into the gravel trap, had to wait for the others, which kept triggering and removing yellow flags. Spun himself around multiple times just to get himself pointed the right way. And then he crashed! He crashed into the wall. Shouldn't that enforce the spare car ban? Because he crashed into the wall. Or... because I'm not sure.
Joe said that P10 trends crashes won't count, so I don't think that Suto will continue qualifying, as this will be probably counted as a common bug here in Malaysia. I also want to hear what Flo thinks of this, but Joe said this.
Well, they were able to wheel him back to the garage, so...
They are able to wheel him back, so it's actually okay. No spare car ban.
Alright, so the spare car ban will not come into effect because they can just give him a new wheel, give him a new suspension, give him those new push rods, and yeah, it's a little unrealistic, but he'll just spawn with a brand new wheel in place. And the mechanics are doing their mystical magic or something, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's the wheel back. Incredible work. I have no idea how they were able to do it. But Joseph Soto is not going to suffer from the spare car ban, which means he'll have a shot to try to hold on to pole position.
Yeah, he can actually defend his pole position, but Joe said maybe he might get stuck like Lopez last season in Austria, but let's see. If the wheel actually his wheel actually came back when Lopez won, didn't I? Remember this pretty well. But yeah, meanwhile, looking at Martins is improving a little bit, let's say.
Yeah, just a little bit. He could get a little bit of tow from Rico, I think that is, in the final sector, so we will see.
I think it's him.
But yeah, this lap, it is definitely. We've obviously got a lot of people on laps this time around, not including Suto and Blackwoods, so keep an eye on those two, who might miss out on a 4th or 5th run. 4th run, definitely. But we will see. Jonathan Martis is getting some slipstream. He is on an improvement. Can he improve as he crosses the line? My second of the championship goes up into 7th place. Here we have Alexander Arnold down in 21st. He is up in 13th. Great improvement there. 7/10 of a second he's found. Luca Farina will be next to cross the line, getting some tow from his teammate. That's quite good. But will it help him towards an improvement? No, it won't. Misses out by 200 of a second. Ruslan Protsiuk, he does not improve either. 8/10 down. As here we have Blake Moore finishing a lap. The British driver does not improve. Dennis Gruff is on an improvement. And let's see if he can get up P17. He can. He goes up into 7th. Great improvement there. Great improvement there. Samet Oskan, the championship leader, currently down in 11th, is up an improvement. Let's see. Can he go onto the front row? He actually lost time in that last sector somehow. He must have made a little bit of an error. He is down. He did not improve on that lap. But Lorraine Quintino doesn't improve. Sonome goes second. Sonome has had recently some very good qualifying sessions. He's taken 2 poles, of course, at Silverstone and at was it? It wasn't Spa. It was Monza he took pole at, wasn't it? But he has taken 2 pole positions this season at Sonome, and Looks like he's once again going to be on the front row as Chow Chinet. Next to cross the line doesn't improve. We have his teammate Jafari Blackwood, who's gone out on track meanwhile. Is he starting or finishing a lap? Because
He's starting.
Well,
Because I saw it before. So actually, all these shoot are in the boxes.
Sobot has improved in the meantime. As Gabriel Rico doesn't improve. Benz Wallinger needs to improve here, but he doesn't. Gives him P6 anyway, no big deal. Here we have Tobias Kras, the former championship leader, will cross the line, not to improve. What about Henry Watzel? Let's see if the Art Grand Prix man can improve here. He can't. He loses time in the last sector. But Aaron Kerr is the reigning champion. Goes up only into 19th. One spot only. Not good. Not good as Dennis Graf is coming into the pits. Darabosh has improved to go 13th fastest. As Bavona and Moore still have the exact same time. But that can still, of course, change. We've got 10 minutes to go exactly. Jafari Blackwood down in the first sector, down in the middle sector, but only by 4 tenths of a second. And maybe this could be some interesting strategy from Dams. Maybe they can use Chow China, who's coming into the pits, to give Blackwood a little bit of tow onto this back straight, onto the Penang straight, but I'm not so sure. I think he's just a little bit too far back, is Jafari Blackwood, currently in 5th place. And if he improves in Sector 3, he might be able to climb up a few places. He could get himself into the second row, definitely, if he can just find a little bit more time here in S3. So let's see. Blackwood is gonna finish his lap. And here goes the Jamaican driver. Has found an improvement? No. By 12 1,000th of a second, he misses out on an improvement. So he remains 5th fastest. Tobias Kress is coming into the pits, so don't mind him.
And yeah, actually, Kress is having a difficult quality at the moment. Only 14th.
Yeah, it's never good to be outside the top 10. Especially when you've led this championship. I think Kress's championship challenge is starting to falter a little bit, but you never know. Anything can happen in Grand Prix racing, and he does. Just because Oskan has a 29-point lead doesn't mean he has one hand on the title already. We've still got 4 races to go. Oh, 5. No, 4. 4 races to go. And absolutely everything can change in just 4 races. Who knows, even Martins might bring up a surprise. The 2 high-tech drivers are of course the only drivers who have gotten 2 wins apiece. Everyone else has only taken 1 win, but both high-tech drivers are double winners, and they're the only double winners this season. So yeah, the team has 4 wins, doing an incredible job. First and second in the driver standings. Naturally, they're first in the team standings as well. Incredible effort. Jonatas Martins, well, he went out. He was the first to go out on this run, of course, because he forfeited one of his earlier runs by staying in the garage. So he's not going to get 5 runs. I'm not sure he's going to get 4 runs either, but who knows? This is run number 3 for him, run number 4 for a whole bunch of other people. Martins is going to get the show started with this lap. And if he doesn't have any traffic, which he probably might, but who knows, I will take you through his lap. So here we go with Jonatas Martins. Can this lap be an improvement? Onto the main straight. It's a long straight. Keep your foot planted to the floor and just trust your engine. As it appears, it could be close here. You need to be hard on the brakes into 1, and this is bad. He is going to get impeded by whoever that is in front. I'm not quite sure. It looks like an Amos 4 racing car. But yeah, his exit from turn 2 wasn't all that bad. For the flat turn 3 he goes. I think he'll be down a little bit in the first. He is by 10th, by just over 10th, and this is not so good for Jonatas Martins. I don't think he'll be improving in this lap. It's difficult to follow through this section. You lose downforce running so close behind our car in the dirty air. Now through the right-hander, understeered just a little bit, but kept the car on track. And now through the double right-hander, we saw Bivona struggle. Look how much he's gaining on that VAR. He's gonna try to go for the overtake actually, and he has gotten the overtake done, or has he? Yes, he's gone past, but his lap is already massively compromised. Or is it? No, because he was actually able to find time. He's only 300s down. So, wow, incredible. Martins might be finding quite something here. he might be able to improve if he can just find some time in the last sector. This is the weirdest lap I've ever seen. He had traffic, but he was able to overtake the traffic and improve in the middle sector relative to the first sector in which he was down. But I think Martins could actually still improve. He might, if he finds another 10th, we could see him into the top 5. I don't know. Let's see. Can Jonatas Martins improve with this lap? Where is he going to go? He improves, but he stays where he is, which is P9. He only improved by 17 milliseconds. Just for Soto, the man on pole. 3 seconds off the pace almost. What happened to him?
I think he got overtaken or something. Let's see.
Oh, Watson came out of the pits just in front of him. He tried to pass Watson multiple times, and that's why he majorly slowed down. And Watson's teammate Luca Farina is finishing a lap, getting a little bit of tow from Ben Svaldinger, but Farina is way off the pace. So Rico starts a lap as Graf is about to finish a lap. Graf is, like I said, finishing the lap. Can he improve on his lap? 2/10 down. Blake Moore is also not on an improvement on his 4th run. Can the British driver get that improvement he desires or not? No, he won't. 7/10 down as Aaron Curry starts his lap. 5 minutes to go as Ruslan Pratyuk is on an improvement. Is it a big one? It is a big one, 4/10, but he remains. He only went up to 20th. Sameroskin doesn't improve as Daniel Darabosh is not on an improvement. Hento Sonome, the man went on to the front row. This time, he is on the front row, of course, still, but can he go one better? Can he take pole off from Joseph Soto? No. He was way off the pace on this lap. What about Chowchinat? 1 second off. Bivona doesn't improve, so he stays in 10th with the same time as Blake Moore, of course. We will need to keep that in mind for tomorrow's race. As you have Rose Hansen currently down in 18th position. That's not good for her. So let's see if Hansen can get an improvement. And crossing the line goes Hansen, no improvement. Just under 4/10 down for the American. As Adam Chobot doesn't improve. Henry Watzel, what about him? He is giving a lot of tow to Jafari Blackwood. Blackwood is just starting his lap. Quintino doesn't improve. Crest doesn't improve. Mens Wallinger, he will not be improving as things stand, I don't think. Watch for Gabriel Rico behind as well. Wallinger does not improve, over second off the pace. And Rico didn't improve either. Who else we got on a flyer? More? No. Curtis. Curtis is up on his personal best. He is currently... where is Curtis? He is down in 19th. But the mid pack is very, very close at the moment. So if you can get a big improvement, that'll get him a lot of places. Where can Aaron Curtis go? Only I'm in 16th. He only improved by half a 10th. That's underwhelming. Oh man. Is there anyone else left on a flyer? Yes, there is Daniel Darabosh, who is currently not on an improvement for middle sector. But he could still improve a little bit. We'll see. How far down is he? As he crossed the line, he is half a second off his personal best. As I believe that's it for this run. No, we still have Blackwood, but Blackwood is down at the moment. And a lot of people need to get ready to go out on track because in just about 1 minute's time will be the cutaway point. If you go out too late, to explain in simple terms for somebody who's never watched this before, if you started the lap, your flying lap before the checkered flag hits, before the time runs out, you're okay. But if you start the lap after the time runs out, then you're not allowed to finish the lap. So yeah, you need to get it started before you come into the pits. Blackwood definitely won't. This is his final lap, and he does not improve. He'll start P5, or worse than that, depends on the others. Either way, I think he's done all right. Jonatas Martins is out with 2 minutes to go. He's wasting no time. He is going out, and we're 20 seconds away from the cutaway point. At the 1 minute 40 mark will be
also
the point where you have to go out on track. As Nguyen is having to wait a little bit for somebody, and now no more delay. He will be out on track in time, and I think Blake Moore is also going out. Yeah.
Yes.
And 140, 149, 148, 147. That's the car away. I think Moore will be the last car to make it. Is anyone behind Blake Moore on pit exit? No. So we only got we're only going to get laps from 4 more people. Those being Jonas Martins, Blake Moore, wait, and Homan Nguyen. And is there anybody else?
These three.
Marcus-
These three, yes.
Yeah, Luca Farina has gone out on track, but he doesn't have enough time. He won't get to a checker flag in time. Blackwood has to pit, of course, because he finished his lap earlier. So, yeah, there's that. But Martins will have one last shot. And let's see if he can improve this time. Last time out, he was able to improve in the middle sector despite being impeded. So, it was something very interesting. I think Martins has the potential to improve and maybe get a better grid position. Maybe even challenge just for Exuto for pole, I don't know, but I would like you, Franco, to take us through a Martins lap now.
Okay, so there we go. Last flying lap starting now. If we can see it. There we go. Kuala Lumpur straight. Done and dusted by Martins. Pancor low chicane done for last time by the Brazilian driver, now coming onto the first sector here at Sepang, and there we go. Let's see if he's improving. Yes, he's improving, and it's also a purple sector, so it's
He's found
good lap.
a lot of time.
It seems to be a good lap for Jonathan
flag
Martins.
is out.
You have to keep it clean, and checkered flag is out, as Rob also said. And Langkawi curve now here, where Bivona made a mistake before. You have to be very careful there. And now
Braking zone is
coming
very crucial here
on
for turn 9.
runway
Martins, nice and early on the
Lagoon.
throttle.
Let's see. Oh, it's very close. It's
He's
very
so-
close, 2,000 of a second.
He's found another 400 compared to his personal best in the middle sector, but it's down on just for it'll be close. We definitely have a fight for pole here, and Jonathan Martins might just be able to take it. Early turning into 13 there, that's interesting. So to turn 14, can he nail that corner, get a perfect line, and push his high tech onto pole position? Let's see. He will definitely be in the top 3 with this lap, but where? Will
Oh,
he
there
be
we
3,
go.
P2,
Wow,
or
very
as he crosses
close.
the line? Martins is second. He's on the front row, not on provisional pole. Who else is on a flyer?
Min
And,
and Armin Nguyen and
but
more.
he is currently not improving.
Yeah, I do think that also only more can actually improve by the looks of it. Maybe we're not seeing his death panel, but surely Nguyen won't improve. There we go. Yes, and also more as well. So that's it. Poll for Tuto.
Yeah, because we thought he wasn't going to be able to continue the session, but he was. They gave him a new wheel out of nowhere, but he isn't good enough for pole, so it didn't even matter at the end. Entry.
But I guess that Suto was a bit feared.
So the man who won the first race has taken the first pole position of the season.
Yeah.
So
And also,
it's time to read through the grid for tomorrow's race. Usually I do the first half, and yeah, my co-commentator does the second half, but this time I would like a little swap. So Franco, you do the first half, I'll do the second half, and remember Bivona is ahead.
all right. Yeah, thank you. So, Suto's on pole, considering a little bit of issue he had during quali. Martins came very close at the end. First road for him tomorrow, important for the championship. Third place for Synonym on a good run in the recent races, as this is the same for Chow China Team 4th. Rick and Blackwood as well, good qualifying by them. Doesn't qualifying by Ben Spaldinger and also Luca Farina in 7th and 8th. Dennis Graf in 9th. Blake Moore in 10th. Sorry, it's Bivone in 10th, yeah. And Moore in 11th, both at the same time. And yeah, second half, it will be told by Rob.
Oh yeah, right. Simon Oskan, the championship leader, is in P12 with Daniel Darabush in P13. Tobias Kress is in 14th with Alexander Arnold 15th. There is Aaron Kurz, the reigning champion, in 16th, with Adam Chobot 17th. Harman Nguyen in P18 on the grid, with Rose Hansen 19th, Rosen Artsiuk P20. And on the back row of the grid, it'll be the two guys who didn't sign up, Gabriel Quintino and Henry Watzel. But
Yeah, actually, Watson is far off the pace.
that is it for this session, and that is it for qualifying. We will see you again tomorrow for the Malaysian Grand Prix, or as I believe it was called in the last few years, while it was running Formula One, the Malaysia Grand Prix, not just the name of the country, not the demonym, so not the adjective. So yeah, we're the Malaysia Grand Prix, the Malaysian Grand Prix. You can call it whatever you want. But we will see you again tomorrow, same time as usual for that one. Also, of course, for qualifying and practice in the top class, and the return of the team news, I think, the catch-up episode. So I'm excited to see all that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it in time for tomorrow, because I might be going out to the movies, but we will have to wait and see. Until then, thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I have been Robert Ionescu. Franco Gamba has been Franco Gamba, and yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you again tomorrow.